Okay, so this is another version of the jacket, and it's to go with a suit. Now, I've bought this in the palachi fabric, and the palachi fabric is you have to cut it in the one direction. Now, I've bought 3 yards of fabric, and I am actually running perhaps just a little bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two back, the front and the back center panels out of one, and then going further up I'm going to take the 4 side panels out of that. So we're going to separate this for the length of the required jacket. I'm just going to separate this, and this is to go on top of an existing suit. And now here what I've got marked out is I've got the fabric centered out, and half I'm going to use for the one side and half I'm going to use for the other side. This is the point of the waist length, and from the waist, well, this is the point of the waist length, 16 inches. 4 inches further down I've straightened it out and taken it all the way to the bottom. Then I've left it 4 inches on a straight line and then slightly taken it out. So on the waistline, what I have in the center is approximately 6 inches, and what I have at the shoulder point is 7.5 inches, and this is 14 inches down from the top of the shoulder. I've just done a straight line and then blended that in, and that I'm going to take all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going to shape it for the neckline. I'm not really cutting the neckline out yet, but just a slight bit of a marking so I know roughly where. Now this is the one side, and this jacket has to flow in the one direction. So we don't want to waste the fabric. So we want to cut it out in such a way that there is the bare minimal of fabric. Now I'm going to just take one of these, and this is what we want to replicate, but rather than measuring it out, if we measure out the one, we know half of this is what we require for the center of the back panel. So just lay this on top, balance and evened out, and then this is exactly what you want for that's the 2 pieces cut. Now we're going to cut the sleeve, and again obviously they need to flow in the one direction. We're going to go downwards. Now we will require a little bit of a piece to go in this, but you know what, if as long as it's in just the back, then we're not too bothered. So full sleeve length, to be about 22. So for here, we're going to cut out the piece once we've cut the other side out. So we'll take a pause here, straighten the rest of the fabric, and then come back with the second part of this.